I bought a new Suzuki APV vehicle, brand new, and I wanted to keep track of the kilometers per liter that this vehicle uses. We read in the internet, but we know that this value is dependent on many factors. For example, the terrain that you drive, flat, is it steep, uh, cemented, etc. How many passengers you have, the way that you drive. All of these factors affect the kilometers per liter. So in my case, I wanted to monitor this for myself to optimize the efficiency in the way that I drive this car, and also means to use my TI Nspire 6 CAS calculator and discovered some of its features. So we see here a spreadsheet. It's like an Excel sheet of the TI Nspire 6 cache, and I record certain numbers here. Let's go over. The first is the odometer reading column. The second is the price column of the gasoline per liter. This one is the amount that I use when doing a gas at that moment. And this last column is a formula, which is the amount divided by the price, which would give us the letters during the fueling. The Suzuki APV has a fuel tank of 46 liters, by the way. So the way that I do this is, when I first receive the car from the factory, it has an initial odometer of 15, and I did a gas immediately when I go out from the store, and the price of that gas at that moment is 48.35 pesos. So I used my money and I expended 1,852 to do my first gas, and using the formula in this column, that is an amount of 38.3 liters into my Suzuki fuel tank. Of course, there is a remaining amount of letters inside already there, so maybe 4 letters, who knows, but it's almost empty, so I have to do a gas. So you cannot just simply divide the letters with the odometer, because there are still a few remaining letters in the tank. So by the way that I do my gas is I do the gas when the fuel meter pointer is almost reaching the empty line. So in my estimate, there could probably be a remaining of 3 letters in the tank before it's completely empty. Just an estimate. Okay, so in my second gas, the odometer, I record before doing the gas, I record the odometer reading at that moment, and that is 260. The price of the gasoline at that moment is this one, 49.52, and I use my money of 1701, and that will again add an additional of 34.34 liters into the tank, and this goes on and on. Every time I do a gas, I note the current odometer reading, I note the price and the money that I used, and so on. So the odometer, the taking note of the odometer reading every time I gas is a very important piece of information here. So to compute for the letters, kilometers per liter, you cannot again just divide, because, for example, in this instance, the kilometers for here, the kilometers per liter here is we subtract the odometer here, 260 minus 15. It has traveled a distance of 260 minus 15, and should be divided by the letters before that cell, so it will be divided by this value. 38.3 letters is responsible for this distance of 260 minus 15. So this is a trick for the TI Nspire 6 CAS, a very nice one. So you start here, you put equals, you press the equal sign and open parentheses. So we subtract the odometer, which is in the column A2 minus A1, that is the odometer difference, and divided by the letters of the previous gas or the previous cell. That would be D1. So this one. So this is the letter of this one, and okay. So now we only calculated for this particular cell. To compute everything here, you press Control button, press the click, and do a drag here, and press enter. Wow, so that's it. So by using a particular cell calculation and do that dragging thing, and you copy it, you can see that the formula here is making an adjustment for that particular cell, and we can see that here it has a mileage of 6 kilometers per liter of 6.39, because I'm still getting used to drive that vehicle. Eventually it reached to 8.4 kilometers per liter, then 9.2, 10, 7. Yeah, because there was a time that I used a very steep mountain terrain when I drive to the mountain tops. 8, 7. Okay. So again, this is a very nice picture of the TI Nspire 6 CAS to do some analytics. And in fact, we can, for example, do dock, insert, and select the data and statistics. So okay, let's select for the axis, we select the variable amount. How about price? And the variable here should be odometer. Okay, so again, there are lots of analytics that you can do with this very powerful calculator from Texas Instruments. You can also hover for each point here, and you can see that you can see the values there. So, well, in addition to that, if you go to here, insert and calculator, and if we go back to the tables here, and if we see there's the column B here, which we rename as priced, will be, and the amount will become an array accessible here. For example, we type price, and we get an array corresponding to that column. In fact, the variables available here are this one. For example, the odometer, see, and for example, the very first odometer reading, and we index, because this is a one base index, is 15. That's it.